Hello, hello, and welcome to the very first ever ranked mode where myself, and the dankest of dads, say
Hey,
hello,
that's me.
that is him, uh, are going to be creating tier lists based off of both Hearthstone and THL topics, varying week by week. You can play along. In chat, I have dropped the link to the tier list we are going to be using, and it is also over in the THL Discord. So if you want to hit the if you want to hit up the what is it, the what I put that shit in, the content something, saving for 2 years for this moment. Content announcements. You can play along with us, and then after the episode, you can share yours and see if ours aligned. Now, a couple of things to talk about before we get started, and I'll talk about this for the first many weeks that we do this. We do have a couple of, or I should, not a couple, one chat interactive component. So as we go through this list, my word and Mr. Dad's word is law. However, just like the Badlands, sometimes the laws can be ignored. If you look under our first discussion where it says goblins and gnomes, you will see the three vetoes remaining. If myself or Dankestad do not agree and we want to force our hand, we can use a veto that will push one of these options into one or below the landed spot. So let's say one lands on B, we decide to call it even, go for the middle, and then I decide later, you know what, I'm not happy with that. I want to use my veto and push that up to A, I can do so. Or vice versa, I can throw something down a level. Now, there is one for the chat too. If I was more prepared, I would have created polls and I would have created ways for you to spend your channel points to do this. I did not do this. So, tonight we're just flying by the seat of our pants. So, if there is one that you just chat sternly disagrees with, just tell us. And if I see some agreement, then we'll just kind of roll with it. It is not going to be very official tonight. It's going to look like shit. So, with that being said, I'm going to hop over to the tier list screen so you can get a little preview of what we're working with. Um, Tonight we are going to be ranking expansion set theme songs. So if you notice at the bottom where it's in gray, it says no songs. I did last night go through every single one of these. I didn't listen to the whole thing. I didn't want to spoil it for myself, but I did click through and make sure all of these had songs. Some of them did
Uh,
not.
Hold the phone.
What?
That's Journey to Ungoro in the no
the
song
the
category.
playlist that I used, the cinematic trailer popped up for me, said it didn't have a song. Now, if you got one, then
Oh,
send it to me in a
oh,
DM, and I'll do this for you. I was going off of one single playlist on
yeah.
YouTube, and it had like 45 videos, and I was under the assumption that it was all of the where did that go? I think it goes here. And I was
So,
I was assuming that was all of them. So if I'm wrong, send it to me. I'll move it down there for you.
interestingly enough, maybe we just open on Ungoro because this is one where I had actually planned to put this one in my S rank
Okay.
right away.
Wow. All right.
So, and this did not have an official song, but
Okay.
when the community protested on Reddit, Ben Brode, who was still the game director at the time, stepped in to make amends and fix that.
Wow. Okay. I was not aware of this. I came in. I played beta, quit before Nax, and came back at Kobolds. So everything in between I missed. So send that to me. I'm going off this playlist I have, so I thought we would just go in order of how it is at the bottom here, which is pretty much just expansion release order. And then how about we'll do Angora last since it won't be on my playlist that I have. But
It's a
put
good way
that
to go out.
put it in
That
my
works for
DM,
me.
okay? All right, we're
Yep.
gonna start off now. I have these pulled up on YouTube. I was prepared for something. We are going to start with goblins and gnomes, and you're gonna notice a trend that I noticed last night, and is that these trailers do get longer and they do get better as time goes on, and that's kind of to be expected. So let's pop back over to our main screen here. Ah, yeah. Oh, I spent so much time on this. All right, and let's see. We're probably gonna have to listen to all of these if I'm being honest with you, because I think I only remember Saviors, and that might be it.
Yep.
So let's
Yeah,
let's take a listen here.
that's the other
We're not
notable
gonna
one in
listen to the
my
whole
mind.
thing for all of these, by the way.
And gnomes, goblins and gnomes, both are super brilliant, but you would never
This was
know.
back when it was
Everything
just
they
like,
seem
this
to
is
make
just
is
golden
something
artwork
you'll
with some music behind it.
Yeah. Simpler times.
Acting in perfection, goblins and gnomes.
We kind of made our way back to that with Titans. Like, Titans was just gameplay. So, how you feeling with goblins and gnomes?
So the little goblins and gnomes line, I think at the time was memed enough that,
Yeah.
while this isn't the best effort from the team, it's not exactly one that's truly bad for me. I'm gonna go with C. I think that's where
See,
I'm leaning. What
it's the
about you,
first
Mako?
song. Like, it's the very first one that they did. I I C to me feels a little high. So like no
Hmm.
knowing what comes up later with some of these, like we have perspective. So to me, C feels a little high. Like I don't think it's F. Like it's got a nice little like jaunt to it, you know? Like it can
Yeah.
get stuck in your head if you listen to it a few times.
Yeah.
I'm feeling D.
Okay. You've convinced me. This is
Okay.
the only time in this whole show that you're ever gonna hear those words come out of my mouth. But you've convinced
Okay.
me. We can start on D, and maybe if these later ones are really coming in low, we can bump it up, maybe bump it down, but D's okay. Let's start it
Okay.
there.
I have moved goblins and gnomes to D. Now we also have to think we're not listening to every single bit of these songs because we have 20 more songs to get through and hopefully like only in an hour. So we're gonna see how it goes, but we're gonna do our damnedest. Next up, this is not gonna be a two-parter if I have any say to it. Next up, Black Rock Mountain. I could not probably name you one card from this set, and that's just because I did not play it.
Major
So
Domo Executus, baby, immediately.
if you showed me a
Grim
card, I
Patron?
would believe you. Okay, I didn't know that was from BlackRock. Like BlackRock to S. Well, let's find out. Let's take a look. See. Let me see if I can find the.
Oh yeah, that's right. So little fun tidbit there. Those cards actually have the wrong class splash art on them. They all have Warlock, which was an interesting issue that happened
Here
there.
we go.
Fire made flesh, dragon's breath, teeth and claws and flame, calling any heroes out there that are brave or just insane. Black Rock Mountain, a Hearthstone adventure.
Dang,
mean-
they went.
Man's got some pipes on him.
Yeah, they went kind of Tolkien with this one.
Yeah.
I think that like especially seeing this following whatever Goblins versus Gnomes was, this is a
Yeah.
big step up.
And you wanted to put goblins and gnomes at C.
Yeah.
Like let's think about that for a second.
Yeah, no. I'm feeling happy with your D ranking now. I think that the context is set.
Okay. So what are you feeling here with Black Rock Mountain?
I'm feeling a rock solid B. I think that
B.
BlackRock B. I think that we got to go at least above C, but from the ones that I'm considering in my A and S, I don't think it gets there. What about
So,
you?
okay. You're not gonna like what I'm gonna say then, because if I'm thinking songs, if I'm thinking of a song, right? BlackRock is not a song. That's a
Oh,
man belting some pipes. Now I'm not gonna I will not put it against him. He's got some pipes, and I
he
don't know
does.
I don't know what character it is, so I apologize.
So,
But is that the
you read The Hobbit?
yeah?
You read some
No,
Tolkien? This is
I understand the concept of like what they're going for, but I'm talking about like Hearthstone character.
oh yeah.
Is that Hammer Boy, Warrior Hammer Boy Smith? What's his fucking name? It's not MIDI. No, no, that's not it. That's a
Magni?
Magni. That's it. I knew it was an M. Okay, is that it? Is it Magni or Magni? Whatever. It doesn't matter. But not a song. Like is a man singing his heart out with some passion for smithing, but there is no melody, there aren't any verses, there's no chorus, there's no bridge, there's nothing but just like it was just belting what he wanted to say, which I know could be considered to be a song, but I'm not.
I mean,
It's
I think
to me it's
I'm
an
a
F.
simple man. If there's singing, there's a song. That's how it is.
To me it's I I'm feeling an F for this. Like I don't know,
Well, I,
man.
I think we have our first major disagreement. You're not going to get me
Only
to budge
two
off
in.
of B. Yeah, here we go. And then we got the
I
chat that's saying S. We're
yeah,
all over the
well,
place.
they've said S to literally everything so far, so that's why my battle cry is what it is. I I don't know. I could go for C. Like
All
I
right,
I
all
will
right.
I will not accept B. I'm
Okay.
sorry. But
Okay, we
like
can we can go C. We can go
I
C.
might end up using my veto to bump this down to D because I
Oh
just think
boy.
like this is not a song.
Yeah,
Goblins and gnomes can go F if BlackRock can get S.
I think
That's
I
some
might be
optimism.
dead because I'm with Geranium on that. That's
You are dead. That's
all
all right. I'm going. This is happening in real time. Episode 1 production values. I my studio mode is flubbing up, so I'm just gonna go ahead and delete the text off of this because I do not feel like changing it every time in real time. So we're just gonna have to listen to our voices. All right. We moved BlackRock to C. So we have BlackRock at C and Goblins and Gnomes at D. Next up, we have the Grand Tournament. The voices. I don't know what voices you're talking about. There's a lot of them happening right now. Let's pop up the Grand Tournament. Now, I can think of some cards from this, but I probably couldn't tell you their names. All right, let's skip to.
From east to west, heroes are sent, seeking glory in the greatest of events. There are knights on noble steeds, those who will bring them to their knees. There are monsters to test their mettle at every turn. Legends will rise based on their merits. There's even pirates riding parrots. It's the Grand Tournament.
I've seen enough. Let's get out
Th-
of here.
th-
I've seen enough.
This to me feels like that felt like the end to a longer song and like like a musical play production. You
Yeah.
see what I'm getting at here?
Yeah. I mean, contrary to the set's mechanic, I would call that uninspiring. I was just not feeling it.
Get out. Um, I'm with you. To me, this is lower rung. Like I would put it with BlackRock, but like with my where I think BlackRock would go, not where everyone else seems to. So like to me, this is like this is worse than Goblins and Gnomes. This is an F. We have
Oh,
to
yeah, I'm with you.
we have to set the
You've
precedent of what an F
Yep,
is and what a D
it
and a
was
C is.
that.
You know what I mean? That
Yeah.
that was. I mean, like the guy he could sing. I'm not gonna
Hmm.
fault him for that, but it's just F's in chat. Yeah,
Yeah.
can we get some F's in
No.
chat for our Fallen Grand Tournament? Thank you.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, before we move on though, just to do the grand tournament some real justice, I bet you can name one card. You keep saying nah, but you got this. One
You
card.
gotta remember, I didn't play that
Just
expansion.
name the worst legendary you can think of, and I bet you get there in 2 or 3 tries.
The worst legendary I can think of is that Shaman Freeze legendary.
Oh, not Marabi.
Okay.
Okay.
Then the druids make each player's first
Dustfallen
card.
Aviana? Nope.
Okay.
But
These
you're
are
close.
these
You're
are when.
close.
But the
You're on
problem
the
is those
scent.
are when I was playing. Like I can't. That was the set. Nah, that can't be right.
Yeah.
Uh, literally the only card I can think of is the paladin inspire card that summons a dude. I think
I
it
mean,
summons a
that is
dude.
from this set. So
Yeah, but like I can't think of a name. Is the paladin secret card from this set? Was
Mysterious
this?
Challenger.
Yes.
Yep, that is one.
Woo!
You got one of
All
the good
right.
cards.
Slay. Okay. Next up, League of Explorers. Now this is where my optimism starts to rise.
Mm.
I feel good about the League of Explorers because I think this is when they started to really get into the like ones that we think of.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Let's find where this song starts.
Traverse the tombs of Nax. We've climbed, cries out for heroes. Danger. Will be ancient temple treasures and who will answer the call? Explorers lead, and we are in need of explorers. Adventure we seek, cross land and sea. Want to come and join us? Yes!
All I could think about watching that, I'm not gonna lie, was the movie Up. I guess
Yeah.
that's all I could think about. That was good. I mean, it was short. They
Short
got
and
to
sweet.
fault it for being a little bit short, but like it was pretty good.
Yeah. I mean, the preamble goes pretty hard. Not the song, but still, like, in the context of the video with that preamble, that little Leroy Jenkins pop off at the end.
Yeah.
I'm I'm liking this one. I think this has to be our best so far.
I'm feeling a B.
Okay, I'm with you. We got B.
Okay. Are we in consensus on a B?
Yeah, I mean, well, I can see that my wife says so, so I think that that means I'm saying B, right?
Is that your
Yeah.
wife in the chat?
Yeah, there she is.
Okay.
Sorry, Michelle, you've been doxxed.
Okay. Explorers has that gives men in tights vibe. That is a not callback reference that I was not expecting, and I completely agree. I love
Yeah,
Men in Tights.
love some
Okay.
Mel Brooks.
Yes. Also the movie is great too. Okay. Let's move on. We have put League of Explorers to B, and next up we have Whispers of the Old Gods. Let's see. By the way, if anyone has any feedback on the audio levels or anything like that, please let me know because all my settings had defaulted from around the saloon, and I did not spend a ton of time messing with that stuff. So if anything needs to be louder or quieter, please tell me. All right, moving on. We have Whispers of the Old Gods. Volumes are good. Okay, that's great because I did not try. I just kind of moved things.
Now I've got a tale to tell you of the long ago evil that's been
Where
driven
is this song?
from the
It's
I know
happening
there's a
right
song.
now.
Their
This is the
power
song
will
right here.
grow. Their voices are made of poison. When you listen, you are sure to be disturbed. You can lock your doors. You can say
You're
your
kidding.
prayers. No creature can resist their wicked words. Never mind, no need to worry. That's all just a story of the whispers of the old.
This is the most F tier F song I've heard so far.
I mean, I think that I disagree. So in this one, it may not appeal to the same sensibilities, but it's very clear that they were going for something and they executed on it. I think that definitely puts it above Goblins versus Gnomes and Grand Tournament in my mind.
As a trailer, I'm with you. As a set, I'm with you. As a song, I am nowhere near you. As a song, where like it was spoken word poetry. Like at least with Blackrock I could see where you're coming from, but like there was no song. That was not
All
a
right.
Disney villain song. A Disney villain song. Disney
No,
villains, they
that's
go hard.
this was a Disney villain song, Michelle. You are right.
Maybe from like Wish, like when the villain songs are crap, but like that's not what like No, I'm not here. I'm not here for this.
All right. Well, I'm gonna have to here break out the Oxford English Dictionary because
Okay.
it seems like we're going to come at this impasse a lot of what is a song.
Okay. I'm
So we
while
need
you're
to lay it down.
do you have it pulled up? Because I'm gonna flip back and I'm gonna like kind of tinker through this a little bit and reacquaint myself. Well,
Yes.
An evil
So I
that's
have
been dreaming, but now it's softly screaming. From the darkness, their power will grow. Their voices are made.
now I'm not
of
gonna disagree that
poison.
it's not a
When
song.
you listen,
Period.
You are sure
Because
to
I
be
didn't
disturbed.
include it in the no song
You can
category
lock your
when I
doors.
did this last
You
time.
can't say your prayers. No creature can resist their wicked words.
I don't know. I don't know. Like okay. Like listen to it a second time. I understand. I understand what the people in chat are saying. I
yeah.
still don't think it's
So
very good, but
so I think that like I'm with you.
yeah.
Personally, this doesn't do it for me, but I'm not here just to give my own opinion, but
I thought that's
I
what we
have
were
to
here
be
for.
objective.
Okay.
Like you said, we are law when we're on this
Okay.
show.
You're right. Law of the land.
I have to be bigger than myself. And I think that going bigger than myself, I'm willing to put this one in C behind Black Rock Mountain. I think, at least in terms of effort and execution, I can't say it's lower than that, but personal taste won't let me put it higher.
Bowmaster's right. More of a verse than a chorus. And
True.
when I look at it like that, I see. And I do love Disney.
Yeah.
I will put it. I'll go with you.
Okay.
I'll settle. I'll settle. I'll settle. So we are gonna go with Oh Gods at C. I'll settle. I'm not gonna
Me too.
settle a lot, but I will settle there. I
All
gotta
right. There
be
we go.
an understanding person. Okay.
We take those.
One Night in Karazhan. I am fucking hyped because this was like right before. This was kind of close to when I came in, but I do know that the song for this is a banger, if I can remember right. So we are gonna hop on over to the disco. Where is it? There we go. Let's see if I can find this song.
Your host, the great Magus Medivh, invites you back to party down with me.
Come inside,
Oh!
meet your friends at the door. We've got a feast like you've never seen before. Shake your stuff to our musical beat. Play life-size chess, but don't you dare cheat.
This
Most of all,
Goes hard.
this goes really
We got the hot tub Reno art. It's,
I didn't know that was in this
everything.
one.
This is a place of funky magical phenomena. Anything goes for one night in Karazhan.
Leo meme. I mean, this one's got it
Oh.
all.
That was this is got to be at the minimum A tier, right?
Yep, I'm with you there. I'm willing to put this at the bottom of S. I'll go all the way. This is
We need well time out. We got to establish something. Are we ranking inside tiers or are we just putting them in tiers? Cuz I was under
we
the
are
impression we were
ranking.
just putting
This
them
is
in
ordered.
tiers.
This is ordered.
This is ordered?
This is
I
a-
was
this
just
is a-
going tiered.
This
we're-
is ordered. This
we're
is a
ordering in
serious
tiers.
tier list.
Okay, I didn't know that. I didn't know that part. Okay. Now, all right.
So this changes a lot because we have so many items in each of these tiers right now. But
Yeah. Okay. I know. I get what you're saying. Um, like I immediately go for S. Part of me wonders if it's an A and not an S. Like it is very good, but it also feels like it's just like standard disco music.
yeah,
Like it's not doing anything different. Like it's just like what like we needed like garage band disco sound. Now it was definitely better than that, but like you know what I'm saying? Like it was like kind of
yeah,
very stereotypical. Didn't really push the envelope, what I would consider to be like S tier, like a couple that I know are coming.
yeah.
So
Well,
You could convince me. Like you could probably lay
yeah.
out an argument for S, and I would be down for it.
Yeah, I'm good to stay A for now, and we can see if we want to move it later. Because I think that for me, it's those intangibles, that whole presentation of the package.
Yeah, when we get done,
Like,
we can always re-examine.
true.
These are
Yeah.
not set in stone yet. Okay. Okay.
But it's definitely the best one so far. It belongs at the top of
Oh
the
yeah,
list. That's an
100%.
easy
100%.
A.
Okay. Next up, Vito, if it's being put in A, as for my case, you listen to this in your spare time. I I can see someone just like this coming on their Spotify shuffle and just leaving it and letting it go for a minute.
Yeah.
I could see that. I would probably do it with any of the S and A tiers though, not just the S's. Okay. Next up, we have the Mean Streets of Gadget Zan. Any recollection of this song at all?
None whatsoever. This is going to
All
be an
right.
instant D. I feel like
Here we
maybe F.
go. I feel like you're compare. I compare this set to the Goblins and Gnomes.
Ah, Gadget Zan, the city.
All right.
Gadget Sand, where the gangs rule the streets. Gadget Sand, full
This
of
is like,
swindlers and cheats.
you know,
Sip and sing, a ring-a-ding-ding on the mean streets of Gadget Sand. Gadget Sand, where crime doesn't pay. Gotta take on your rivals for your gang survival and the turf that belongs to your clan. Every little kid, everyone is great now on the mean streets of Gadget Sand.
Wow. Wait, really? We
What?
had Kazakusan in this trailer? I did not know.
Thoughts? That it wasn't bad.
Yeah, I mean, like better than I remember, I guess, but I'm still like on B or C. It just doesn't do anything for me. It's like very much like maybe C between Old Gods and Blackrock.
I'm not with you there.
Where are we
I'm
going?
with you. I am with you on the B or C, but to me it's more B than it is C.
Okay. Okay, I think so. I think we can go, but now here's the question. Are we above or below League of Explorers?
Below.
Okay, I think we're aligned then. I
Okay.
think that can work. But pop back to that trailer quick,
Okay.
because we've got that little shot of Kazakusan, which I actually
Um.
don't don't remember. So if you can cut that last little bit there, right there, boom. So you see with the Cabal there, they've got this dragon. Who could it be? And yeah,
Oh.
we didn't get that story teaser for 3.5 years after this trailer. No, 4.5 is when we got to see that Kazakis was a dragon,
Yeah.
even in the story. And then Kazakusan itself didn't come out for 5.5 years after this. So that's like really cool
Interesting.
that they were planting that seed this early on.
Now, side note, Bowmaster did throw out a good point. Spider-Man, like the old Spider-Man cartoon theme vibes.
Yeah.
This is very now. If this were like a trailer looking like an old TV show, I think I probably and it did that same song, I probably would have bumped it up a little more than it is right now. I think like
Yeah.
mixed with the theme and the video, it I don't know. I don't know. Let's
Well,
just move on.
yeah. All right. Let's go.
Now, next up traditionally would be Journey to Ungoro. However, that one is not in my playlist, so it will be going last. So I'm just gonna move that down here. So
Perfect.
instead, we are going to be going with Kobolds and Catacombs. Now, this is exactly where I came in full time playing. So I have a lot more recollection of these upcoming ones, and I know that some of them are, in fact, bangers. So let's take a trip to the Catacombs and see what they have to offer. I got to skip some. Where the hell is the Catacombs?
Yeah. And this is interesting too, because I remember watching this one live on my commute home from work. And I remember it was Peter Whalen and Cora were the presenters, and it was Cora's first time on for any set.
Yeah.
Just it's just crazy to think that this was 6.5 years ago.
Okay, I have to search for it because it is not for some reason in my playlist. So we're gonna just give it a little search, and there she blows. Oh, ad. Ah! Whew. We were getting paid for that. I wasn't gonna show it.
That lie in store for worthy. You've signed the mighty mother load. There's treasure galore, but perils in store and construction that isn't up to code. Trespass with care, there's sure to be something rare. You can grab all the loot that you can handle. Such riches you'll own, but leave one thing alone. You know, take candle. And if you steal the light, you then must take flight, eluding each hazard and each strife. It's a chaotic. They're gaining on you, your options are few, and you fear that you're never gonna get to kobolds and catacombs. It's kobold.
All right. So judging by that, I can see your feelings on this already. So why don't you kick us off?
I am not feeling too great on it. I'll throw that out there. To me, this is more in lines of like the D, like the goblins and gnomes area. I don't think it's as bad as the grand tournament. Although
Mhm.
you could probably give me an argument if you're in that realm that it is, because it was not. I didn't think it was great. But what do you? How are you feeling?
So I'm with you there. I would call this a directly inferior version of the Blackrock Mountain theme.
Okay.
Even though it is longer, I think that I just, like as a fantasy geek, I like the way that the Blackrock theme just more appeals to the tropes and kind of gets it right.
Yeah.
And this felt more sing-song, if only to set up that little "you take candle" transition, which admittedly was all right, but
Yeah.
just not too great. I like D over Goblins and Gnomes. That's where I'm like at.
Okay. I personally would have probably put it below Goblins and Gnomes, but I am fine putting it above Goblins and
Yeah,
Gnomes. I
I
won't
think it's
argue with
very
that.
marginal.
They're
I think it's
very,
very marginal.
neither of them are great. Let's just
Yeah.
agree
Yep.
on that part. Okay. Next up, we have the Witchwood. There was not one for Knights of the Frozen Throne. At least in the playlist I had, and I'm not accepting any other alterations. So let's go to the Witchwood.
Now we face a new force, sinuous and vile.
Something wicked, twisting trees and turning them to will. Some diabolic expertise.
This gives me like
strives to
Disney
break our
Haunted Mansion
will.
vibes.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like I'm in a ride for Haunted Mansion right now.
What were those things
What did I see?
hiding in this gloom? We're turned around and taunted.
Head is haunted, our heart goes stand on end. We'll make our stand right here. Our choice is crystal clear.
We are the beasts, the monsters fear.
Yeah, this one good.
I think it's. I agree. I think it's pretty good.
Yeah,
Where are you at?
I'm liking, I think personally, I would slide it right in between Mean Streets and League of Explorers. I think that's roughly where I would put it. I think it just like, once it reminds me of the old gods ones a bit, but I feel like this is like really clear in what it's going for. Like I could picture this being in something like a version of Beauty and the Beast or something like that. This one is pretty good.
Okay. I think I'm with you. And I think I'm with you exactly in your placement too. I like I said, like I felt like I could like take that song and put it into like a Disney Haunted Mansion ride. Like I'm sitting
Yeah.
there in like the chair and like swiveling going through it, and then that song is like playing and like behind my ears. I'm with you. I'm with you. Let's slap it right there. All right.
Beautiful.
Next up, my favorite set of all time, the Boomsday Project. I love this set, so this song better not disappoint me.
I saw the Dr. Boom preview and I was like, no more. I'm good.
I'm
And I
my
stopped playing Hearthstone for 8 months.
my card should give away like 7-mana 7/7 right here. All boom. Give me back. I want. Side note. Not only do I want Odd Warrior back in standard with every fiber of my being. I know it's never gonna happen, but I really want it. I will take as a consolation the bomb package. Let me put bombs in my opponent's deck. They can have Steam Cleaner. Just let me put the bombs in there. You know, whatever. I digress. I want to put a bunch of bombs in their deck and have fun. Let's listen to the Boomsday Project. I remember where I was at when I watched this trailer when it debuted for the first time. I was I was teaching and it was passing period. And I decided to watch the trailer while kids were walking in my room.
Hey there, I'm Dr. Boom. I live there, and we'll create all bombs mostly.
Science!
You can go into success with no regrets when you work with Dr. Boom.
Technology!
Work with the best.
This gives me like middle school science class VHS video vibes.
Oh, yeah.
Mechanical pneumatic gorilla
Like they just rolled in the cart and put this video on the TV.
Come at your
Now we're
skills
watching
to
the
my
intro.
team at Boom Laboratories. We're exploding with opportunity.
Dr. Boom is not responsible for severed, exploded, or lost body parts. Revealing location of semi-secret lab is punishable by death.
Apply now!
I'm not saying it's very good, but that's the vibes I got from it.
Yeah.
Not as good as
Ye-
Bill Nye, you're correct.
Yeah, that's man. Michelle on point. All right. I'm thinking bottom of C.
Okay, interesting, because I was about to say top of D, so we're pretty
we're
aligned.
aligned.
Yeah. The
I
question.
I think I liked it better enough than Kobolds that I'd go C, but like
I think you're right.
marginal again. I think we got the spot though. Like we know where in the ordered list it goes. That's for sure.
Yeah, it's just whether it's which kind of group it falls in with. I think you're right. I think it was significantly better than Kobolds. I think it's.
Mm.
I still think it's better than Old Gods, but I'm fine with bottom of C.
Yeah, and we can haggle on Old Gods too later. But for now,
I'm not
we
gonna
got-
fight against Old Gods because there's another I think I might fight against later. So, all right, let's go to the Rumble, Rasticon's Rumble. Now, all I remember about this is that this expansion was utter shit.
Yeah, I really liked the card designs for this. They just were too weak compared to everything else. But
I
If we-
hated this theme.
yeah, I just wish if we got a whole year of this, I feel like we might have had a good time. But this is not a 7 rate.
Okay, this I know this is a touchy person to bring into discussion, but this gave me Yeezus era Kanye West vibes here at the beginning, if you know what I'm referring to.
Black skinhead is like what you're thinking of?
Yeah.
Wow,
Rain and
okay.
fire, the only things a real troll desire. Push to smash and to mash and to bash and maybe mangle. Hear it strangle, thorn you'll be warned. My low's gonna trust
Okay.
ya. Say your prayers with voodoo bassi bassi.
I think I might have some feelings on this.
Gonna run ya through. Too bad for you.
It's only once a generation.
One victor wins the.
I'm the best in the arena.
Man, you never seen a hero cut you down to zero.
It's a star, it's how a star is born. Here in Stranglethorn.
All right, let's hear those thoughts.
I might have a hot take. Depending on how you feel on this, I think this is our first S.
I didn't realize you had such a sense of humor. This is
I'm
crazy.
serious. I'm serious. Now the expansion was utter garbage, but that song is like something else.
I think they did some things right. So I liked the multiple voices. The trailer itself was good, strong production value. But okay, if the song was so good, sing me back one lyric.
Something heroes cut them down to zeros.
That's almost half a lyric.
Okay, you're working with someone with a piss poor memory here.
Yeah, well, I
couldn't
mean,
name you a card name from the whole entire
it's true.
set.
but we just listened to it like 20 seconds ago.
Yeah, ask my girlfriend. She was saying that's not surprising.
Yeah. So I feel like my argument that it might be somewhat forgettable when it comes to theming and everything else is there, but the execution's strong. My gut was below Mean Streets or above Blackrock. That was my gut for this one.
Ooh. There's no way in the year of our Lord 2024 that is below Witchwood.
I think there is a way. I just explained it. That it's right there. So
just because it's there doesn't mean
if you're gonna put this in S, I will stop you.
I will.
Chat. I've got your back.
Fine.
This will be my veto.
I am fine. Like, that is my personal. If I were making this list on my own, I would have put that in S. But I'm not making it on my own, and I accept that fate. Some might argue it's a fate worse than death, but I will accept it. A or B? I
only have the veto, so I can only shove you down one.
You're right.
But how about we put it in A below Karazhan?
I'm okay. I'm okay with that. Karazhan is an absolute banger. I am okay with putting it below Karazhan in A, and I'm also okay once we have all of these on here reevaluating it.
Yeah.
But I think for now, with what we've looked at so far, I can't see an argument where it's not at least the second best one we've listened to.
Okay. You know what? Fine. No veto required. Let's go then. A below Karazhan. That seems to think so. You seem to think so. Maybe
I have this like internal gut feeling that once we look at this and a veto gets used, it's gonna end in B, and I won't say anything further. All right, we'll wait till that gets to that. Rise of Shadows. I did like this expansion. What were the 1 mana 1/1s called? Remind me.
Lackeys.
I thought lackeys were fun. I liked the next expansion a whole lot more. That was probably one of my favorite expansions too. But we'll get to that one. Let's go to Rise of Shadows. Let me see if I can find the song part.
Oh, but that's about to change. Black eyes by the good guys. Oh, but that's about to change. Those meddlesome mortals who've mocked up our missions will finally feel sane. You see, I have a wise demonstrative thing. I'll have your dreams come true as a finger's finger appears. What? All right. Let me try this again. Alone all our dreams went. Kaboom! Yes, but united we'll take the candle. No fish digging. What you want to do? Let me hit it.
We'll come together so we can dismantle.
Now here's the plot to capture your greed and intrigue. We'll take Galaran for all that it's got as we form an evil league.
I forgot how good that like the overall theme of this set was.
Yeah.
What are your initial thoughts here on Rise of Shadows?
So, as a Hearthstone player, I love it. I love the callbacks to the old characters. I love the kind of almost dialogue-y aspect of it. But as a song, watching it again, I don't think it really holds up. I'll be taking your spot this time. I think that like
I'm with you.
musically
Let me say I'm with
musically
you.
speaking, I can't in good conscience put it above something like Witchwood.
Yeah.
So it must fall below that, but where is the question?
I I I think it's much below Witchwood. To me, this is like identical to Kobolds.
Yeah, I think it's like a little better than that, but
Like
like I can
front D. I don't think
yeah,
it's
I
as
feel
good as Boomsday. Like I think Boomsday clears it.
okay. I could go with that. I could see that. It's a D song, but it's like an A trailer. That's like where I'm
You
at on
gotta
it.
put on those blinders. You know,
Yep.
we're talking music. Okay. All right. Now. All right. I've been waiting for this one.
Here we
We
go.
have, in my opinion, what might be. I'm just gonna say it right now before we even hit play. This is an S song for me.
I agree. We can put it there if you want to put it before we play it, but this
Nah,
is definitely the best official song.
I'll
Like
follow the
not
order. I'll follow
yeah.
the order. Saviors of Uldum. I'm letting this whole shit play.
Yeah, and
No
boom,
skips.
right here. Yeah, they don't mess around either. We're just into it.
The shadows are rising again, darker than they've ever been.
I need to put on some leg warmers and like do a workout, you know?
The world cries out, how will we survive? Out of the hall of explorers and up from the dusty tomb. They grab their whips and fedoras. These legends of the past know exactly what.
Can we say Reno is 2 for 2 in trailers he's been in so far?
Oh yeah.
I'm letting him play.
Yeah, it's just not close. Like we might need another tier. There.
S stands for Saviors of Uldum.
Yeah, we might need an S minus. Like it's just so leaps and bounds above everything else.
It clears everything else. Clears it.
Oh yeah.
This is like if you put Michael Phelps up in a race against a bunch of like level 3 7-year-old swimmers. Just running laps. Swimming laps, my apologies.
Yeah, it's just so good. The alliteration, the lyrics, the fact that like the theme and genre of the song is so opposite the theme of the set in every way, but it's perfect. It's just absolutely amazing.
Where's that? I'm trying to find that high note. Okay. We gotta move. If we don't move, we'll be listening to that song all night, and we got 8 more to go through. All right, next up, what is probably my second favorite set of all time, Descent of Dragons.
I'll just take the opportunity to say you're a psycho.
I don't give a shit.
That's a crazy.
I don't care.
We'll have to go back. We'll have to revisit that one.
We can do that later. But I loved Galacrod and everything about him, and the bringing back of Highlander with Highlander was brought back with Saviors, right? With what's the wizard
The
dude?
explorers all have it in
Yeah,
Zephyrus, yes.
yes. But then Alexstrasza, wasn't she in?
Descent, yes.
Yes. Okay. That that right there brought upon my probably my third favorite deck of all time, Highlander Control Mage. Oh,
Uh,
I love that deck. I don't care. You can all you want. I'm gonna relive those memories. All right.
it's been it was one of my 2 times when I've climbed to legend without losing. I hated Dragon Queen Alexstrasza so much,
I loved
and
it.
it felt so dirty to play.
Is this the end? Our heroes can't fly. They fall like shooting stars.
We got to be careful though, because eventually we will have like a just general set tier list. So we gotta like stick on the songs.
Oh yeah. We've got the Flash Gordon vibes here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dragons take flight above the ice and snow. High in the sky where the cold wind blows. Wings beat down as the feedback
This is giving me Meatloaf vibes.
Good unites against people they oppose. They
You know what I'm saying?
I just think like 90s or 80s superhero movie. That's like what I see.
This is like, this feels very like Bat Out of Hell.
I can see some. Pretty
Okay.
good.
Before we talk about it, side note, always just in time has arrived and is singing the grand tournament in chat, and I don't know if he knows yet where it's placed on our list, so he's about to be in for a surprise. Descent of Dragons, what are your thoughts?
I'm going with a firm A.
A.
I think,
Okay.
yeah, I like this one. I think they did good. I would put it between Karazhan and Rumble or after Rumble. Those are like the 2 spaces where I could see it going.
I'm actually with you here. For me personally, it's behind Rumble,
Yep.
but I do like it. I thought it was good. It's definitely not Karazhan, but I think it's the same tier.
Yeah, I'll go behind Rumble then. Let's do it.
I'm very glad that Justin has noticed, I think, our location of the grand tournament. Now, before we move on, because I don't know if everyone heard before, because we talked about the very beginning when there's no one here yet. We do have vetoes. So at any point in time, both myself and Mr. Dad and chat each get 1 veto that they can use to move up or down 1 tier any set. So by the end, I have 1 in mind that I definitely am thinking about, but we'll see. We'll wait. But if chat wants, if Justin is very against the grand tournament being where it's located in F tier and chat's behind him moving it to D, then you can underflow to S. Moving it down would move it to the no song category for the ones that just did. You know what? I could see an argument because the song was such shit that it could have been in the no song category. So if you want to go there, we can do that part too. Let's go to the Skullomance Academy, one of my least favorite sets.
Yeah, so I'll be honest, I have no recollection of any of these songs until Sunken City. I have no idea what happened in these
Okay.
in this 2-year block.
Hey, Jimflo, subscribed at tier 1. I have an idea for you after the show for future episodes because we gotta really think about these, for veto wise. Well, we'll talk about that after and connecting it with subscriptions. Maybe we can get some money out of these people. All right,
Boy.
Skullomance Academy. This is all right. Let's. Oh, this is ringing a bell now.
Magic school of your legacy of glory shines. May they stand forevermore.
Oh, I'm on the right screen. Oops.
Just be sure to stay upstairs in the hall.
They're kidding, of course.
Dear Magic Scooby Dolls, you stay right and true. Us all we love you.
Did your high school have a fight song, Mako?
We did. You're asking that question brings another question for me because I was under the impression that every high school had a fight song.
To my knowledge, that's not the case. My sister's high school did not have one. Mine
Interesting.
did, but it's all over the place.
Interesting. Yes, we did have a fight song. It was fine. I mean, every school thinks their fight song is the greatest fight song of all time. No fight song will ever be Indiana University, but that's just my own personal bias. To me, right off the bat, this is B tier.
Yeah. I mean, I think it just rustles my Catholic school fight song Jimmy's the Wrong Way, but I can go bottom of B. I think that's fair.
You gotta put your own personal feelings aside for.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
think below Mean Streets, that's
Go Hoosiers is right, Jim Philos. Go Hoosiers. Boiler down. Okay, we're at in B. I'm gonna throw this one to you because I don't have much of
bottom,
an.
right there. That
Okay,
I think that's perfect.
that's fine. I'm okay with that.
Boom.
All right, not boom. That was Skullman's. All right,
Oh.
next we have Dark Moon Fair. This set was the only set where, and I like this is like a personal like I don't know if milestone trophy for myself. The only time I've ever gotten a deck of my own on that what's the guy's name? It starts with an A H. Is it Irun?
Irun, yeah.
Yes, he retweeted one of my decks. It's the only time it's ever happened, and it was during Dark Moon Fair. And it was like a
Nice.
Cthulhu control warrior. Oh, all right, whatever. That's just me.
Dude, that's cool. This was my first set where I hit leaderboard. So
I've never done
fun
that.
times in
I've
Dark
never done
Moon.
that at all. Don't worry. All right. Let's see. Madness. There it is. I love the Cthulhu pieces.
They warned you, stay away. We whisper, come and play. Now you're here, then why not stay at the Dark Moon Fair? Though things aren't as they seem, just ignore those eyes that gleam at the Dark Moon Fair. Demon flying on a carousel. There's nobody scheming. Shadows dancing, bounding leaves, swinging up the thing that sleeps. Right behind you, something creeps and melts in the night with a dreadful delight at the dark moon fair.
Yeah.
I'll let you go first.
I'm not keen on this one. I don't know. I want to put this right in between Whispers of the Old Gods and Blackrock Mountain.
Really?
Really.
I think that if that's the second half of that, when it picked up, if that didn't, like, it was an F song until then.
I agree.
Like I was very close to just stopping it and saying like
Yeah.
not letting it run. That came out of nowhere. I completely forgot that happened. So
You know what?
I'm okay
Your
with.
opinion's growing on me.
I'm not.
You're
Go.
pushing me, and I'm accepting. How about we go between Rise of Shadows and Kobolds? How about that?
I think I'm with you there.
Okay.
Because like
Okay.
it was F for a long time.
Yeah.
And I think that ending is the only thing that saved it from being F. I don't know if that jumps it up 2 tiers.
Yeah.
Personally.
Yeah. I think it's just one. Let's
Okay.
do it.
All right. Next we have United in Stormwinds. All right. Now when you want to talk briefly talk thematics, this whole year is probably my least favorite year thematically ever. Like I was not a fan of the Horde Alliance kind of set themes for an entire year.
I mean, I can say I didn't hate it, but if you didn't play the solo content and really didn't look for it, it just wasn't there. And I think that
Yeah.
was such a bad choice.
I think it would have been great for like a one expansion, but like it just felt like it was the same theme all like the entire year, and like I like these like varying themes, like going from Sunken City to Festival and all that kind of stuff. Anyways, we're not
Yeah.
talking about set themes, we're talking about the music. This is some Skyrim vibes.
Greetings,
Never mind.
citizens. Welcome to Stormwind. Need help?
What can I do for you? This hungry? How about some Stormwind breed?
From boots to blouse, the auction house will have just what you need. And if your portions are leaking, then how about the spell of it?
There's no excuse. The Blue Recluse will give you your drinks for free.
Oh, just what?
I'm ready to go out.
Let me skip a
Soothe your troubled mind.
All right. I feel like we're gonna be aligned here. Where are you at?
Like I said, I said I'm ready to go F. I was I made
Oh,
my
ready to go
decision.
F.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm,
okay. I think I'm with you, and I think to me it's F, and it's above the Grand Tournament F.
Yep, perfect.
Okay.
Perfect spot.
All right.
Sorry,
Next.
Justin.
He's fine. He'll live. Fractured in Alterec Valley. All right. The beginning was S,
Ooh.
the rest was C.
Spicy take, Michelle.
That was very spicy. All right. Let's go to the valley. Oh yeah. I did not remember this song at all.
The
Nope.
land is still, the powder fresh. Almost feels like the valley is holding its breath.
From your ranks we will not yield. With axe and club and thunder blood we'll die before we yield.
Morning comes, it's time to fight. We'll plant the flag of victory as we prove our might.
Raise your voice for Alterac.
Just remember, never fall back. Never fall back. Hold the bridge, push the ridge. Never fall back. Never fall back. Oh, never fall back.
My opinions of this song are changing as the song goes.
What's that? They summoned the Ice Lord!
The captains are quaking.
Their base for the taking.
Push forward.
Okay.
I mean, it's so interesting because this song tries to do so many of the things the Saviors song does.
Yeah.
We're going for some rock. We've got, like the kind of little hair metal bit going on, but it's just
Yeah.
so soulless.
So
Like there's just nothing there.
let me walk you through my thought process throughout this song. At about here, I'm thinking this is sounds too close to Saviors. I'm going B or C. When they got to the like repeating of Never Fall Back, I was like, okay, this might be A. That gets the juices flowing, the blood pumping, like I feel like I'm ready to fight. And then when it just abruptly cuts off, it lost me.
Yeah,
Like it was
I'm
gaining my interest, and then it just cut off. And I know why. Like they were going for a comedy bit, but like it didn't work.
but why? They shouldn't
Yeah.
have. They should have stuck the landing. The potential was there, but
Yep.
this one doesn't make it.
So what are you thinking?
All right.
Let's take a look at our
Uh,
list here.
I think that maybe it goes between Mean Streets and Scholomance, maybe after Scholomance,
I'm
maybe.
I think before Scholomance. I think that little bit like it had me convinced it was an A for like a solid 30 seconds. So
All
like,
right, I can go there. Let's do it.
all right. Three more. I
Now back
think
to the
I
good
don't
part.
know the Angora one. So like you're gonna be throwing me for a loop there. So like two and a half more. Um Sunken City. All right. These were very recent and I still do not remember them.
Oh, Sunken
This is
City goes hard. This is a good
okay.
one.
I believe you. I'm not gonna doubt you. Um, if Festivals of Legends is not an S tier, it has completely ruined the whole point of the
The music
set, the
set just
set
not
theme,
having.
right? Like,
Yeah,
what's the? I have to look up the Sunken City because it's not in. Oh, never mind. It's right here. I just couldn't see it. I guess.
yeah. We also had the nice crab rave that came with this one too, courtesy
Oh
of
yes, I remember
Celeste
this now.
Salon.
Oh, I don't know if we can listen to this whole thing, but we're definitely.
Yeah, this one goes hard.
This is the EDM one.
Yes.
It's also the longest one by like a minute.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh. I think we're gonna be aligned here.
Yeah.
I think we're gonna be like 100%, maybe, because we gotta go within the tier too.
Yeah. I mean, this
We'll
is
see.
one of the ones that I had in my S tier going in. I was ready. It's because I believe it was Righteous Jammies who said earlier in the show that
Yeah.
there's that bar of would you listen to this in your free time, and they looped
Yes.
they looped that for like 4 hours on Twitch.
Part of my thinking doing this has been like, would I listen to this like outside of doing this show? And the ones that were a yes to me were those A and S tiers, and I definitely would for this one, like 100%. I think we're aligned on S. The question is, are you a Saviors or a Sunken Stan?
I'm gonna keep Saviors as number one. I
And
think that's
okay, we're
that's safe.
aligned. We're aligned then. I think
Yep.
Saviors is still top dog. Okay.
Yeah, these of the official songs, these were my easy top two. Just before even the considering, like going through this exercise, those were the two I knew were going to be on the top for me.
Okay. Okay. Next, we have two more. One and a, we're gonna call it one and a half. We have one and a half more. The Festival of Legends. Now, I'm gonna say it one more time. The only way for Team 5 to prove that they can do a set correctly is if they make the best banger of a thematic song in the music themed set. So let's pull it up. Here we go.
Welcome to Thousand Needles and the famous Festival of Legends!
My minions are harmonic, despite their origin. Musicians so demonic, let me orchestrate a win.
Well, when you love in the battle too, when we sing and dance for you,
I stand on 1,000 needles cut to the core, making your ears bleed. I make you want more.
Who needs more than orc and bot? You do not competition ain't hot.
We on the mountain, you in the valley. Say goodbye, here comes the finale.
One's gonna win, the rest they're gonna lose. That's the
I'm feeling it. I don't think it's S.
Yeah, it's solid.
And who'll be the legend for this
And then we got gameplay. Really?
Better believe
Wow.
it's gonna get rough, no place for the weak, you gotta be fine. I've had enough, I'll make you.
You want to see gameplay? We can look the Titans up.
So
It's
it
not
does
S.
make me it's not S for sure. I'm for this one, I'm like best in B. That's where I'm at for
Okay.
festival.
I think I am exactly with you, actually. Like, it definitely, I don't think it's not, definitely not the Scent of Dragons.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. I'm with you. I wish, that's the thing is, like, I wish it was so much better. And I understand the problem with that is, like, they have, each class has their own genre. So, like, how do you make a song with 11 different genres? Like, it's almost impossible, right?
Yeah. It's a tough one.
Okay.
But anyway, we have one
We
left.
have one more.
Let me set the scene for all
right.
of you.
While
at
I'm
home.
pulling it up, you set that scene. I see the preview image. I've seen this preview image before. I don't think I've actually ever listened to it. So
It's the spring of 2017.
okay.
There's optimism is no longer abound because it is the spring of 2017.
That's fair.
Things are unfortunate. And of course, everyone's favorite Reddit subreddit, R Hearthstone, is ablaze. After a successful year with bangers like One Night in Karazhan and Mean Streets of Gadgetzan, the Hearthstone team didn't put out a song for Journey to Ungoro. It was gone, and Reddit was very mad. And back in those days, we had a game director whose name we knew, Mr. Ben Brode, and the man himself took to Reddit to address the crowd, to placate the masses, and try to fix this issue of Ungoro not getting a theme. So without further ado, if you were on Reddit, you would have seen this.
Are we
video
calling this
pop
the
up.
official Ungoro theme song?
This is as close as we're going to get.
Okay. All right. This is 2 minutes and 50 seconds, so we can't play the whole
Oh, yeah.
thing. So, like,
We can.
Hey there, don't be scared. My name is Ben Brode. I read a thread on Reddit and it said that I should sing an ode because our cinematic didn't have a song, nothing to bump your head to, nothing to sing along. Well, I don't know. I don't think that was wrong, but I went home anyway and wrote this song. Ungoro Crater is coming sooner than later. Elise is not gonna wait. Her scouts are aiming for haters. Yo, this land is dangerous. How can I explain to this? Let me
Explain
just
to
say
this.
it's not famous for being painless.
rhymer,
Even
baby.
the plants won't give you half a chance.
is it
Pick up
ABAB the
wrong
whole
flower.
entire
Oops.
time?
Yes, it's terrible.
Hands. And that's not all. The elementals are calling, and if you put them all in, you gon' be ballin'. I see you look at it. Ungoro. How did you convince me to do this? Journey to Ungoro. Whatever. If
I had just one request, one thing you'd do at my behest. Honestly,
speeding
I
up a little
think it would
bit.
be the best if you would take a look at the legendary quests. Ooh, they cost 1 mana, and they start in your hand, and they enter play when you slam
How long
them.
do you think it took him to write this?
Careful and plan them, because the
I
rewards are
would
huge,
guess
but
that
only
if
the
it
deck
took
has a
2.5
certain point of view.
minutes
A
to
thing you're
sing
trying
this,
to
he
do.
probably
If
took
you
10
build it
minutes to
wrong,
come up
you
with
take
it.
too long, you never get your
This is
quest
2
on.
minutes and 50 seconds.
But that's
Oh, yeah.
This is a
fine.
full-length
The set
song.
has a
Oh,
lot
yeah.
more. That's
And,
right.
You know, the
Dino
reason this is like one of the
cracked
iconic
energy
Hearthstone
from
memes
around the craters,
is not because of the
causing them
quality,
to
but it's because of
adapt.
that
You want
effort,
flaming
that
cars,
passion.
poisonous Mars,
And
Hold on,
showering
we haven't
mist
got
or
to the most
lightning
replayed part.
Journey to
Yeah.
Ungoro. Okay, this was a mistake. Journey to Ungoro. I'm gonna turn this off before I get fired.
All right. Are we memeing or are we putting this in legitimately?
If we're putting this in legitimately, this is like honestly probably either in D tier or the middle somewhere, but it goes so hard. The man just
Let's-
sang his heart out for 3 minutes.
Let's do this. This isn't a part of the official rules. Let's leave it up. How about, do you want to leave this officially up to chat?
Yeah, chat.
I don't have
This
a
is on
poll
you
made.
guys.
I don't have a poll made, so we're just going by whatever I see the most.
All right, we've
So-
got one S so far from Diamond. Any other chatters have?
This is going at the end of its respective tier, right? Like it's not S S.
Yep.
I'm fine.
Okay.
Okay. All right. The
Oh,
Knights of the There's not a Knights of the Frozen Throne.
No,
one.
no, it's another Ben Brode rap.
Oh, I'm not doing another one. Okay. All right. We have our final list. However, me, you, and chat still have a veto. So I have one that I want to move.
You go ahead.
And I
You
don't
start
think
it
it's
off.
gonna be the one that you think.
You go right ahead.
You can veto my veto if you want. If I move one down or up, you can't move it the opposite direction if you choose to use the chat's
All right.
entire veto as that.
Okay.
Are you sure you don't want to go first?
You can go ahead. You can go ahead. I'll do it. You go first this week. I'll go first next week. We'll switch off.
Okay. Now I'm second guessing myself because there are more than one in here that I vehemently do not agree with. I have to think.
All right, I'll go first.
I'll go first
then,
next
'cause
week.
I'm not
I'm
a
like,
coward.
I'm reconsidering my choice.
I'm going to take Black Rock Mountain and I'm gonna shove it up to B tier.
Okay. I'll have you know, I was not gonna move it down.
Yeah,
That was
we're
not
gonna.
the one I was gonna do. But now I'm
And
considering
because I have
moving it
all
back
this,
to C.
and because I have all this power and I'm overflowing with it, I'm gonna move Black Rock Mountain to the left of Skullomance.
I
We're
don't
gonna
know
put
if that's how this works.
Oh, this is how it works.
I think you just
This-
move it down like one spot.
If you wanted to make the rules here, you should have vetoed first. You know? That's I'm just gonna use this last bit of authority in me, not just to push it up one spot, one tier, but all the way a second spot, so it's second to last in the tier instead of dead last.
Are you borrowing from the veto bank for next week to do this?
Oh no, this is just one veto.
This is just
and
one?
You can do this with your veto too. If you're pushing something down, you can push it down further than one spot. It just has to be within that next tier.
So is that an official rule? Is that our official rule?
Yep. Yeah, I've decided because I went
Okay.
first.
All
That's
right.
it.
All right. I'm fine with that. Okay. I'm if, like I said, I don't have a poll made or points or anything sort of system for the chat one. So if anyone has strong feelings and someone else is on board with them in the chat, you're welcome to do this. But after I do mine and we say our goodbyes, we're not doing anything else. So if you want it, get it in now. I'm in between two. And both of them are actually going up.
Ooh.
Yeah. And I don't think that I think that, well, one of them you could probably guess.
Saviors of Aldum. I understand.
Yeah, well, if I could move it up, I would. Believe me. Um, it's not actually. Um, do I be a dick?
Nah, do it. It'll be funny. I promise.
Cause I'll tell you what I was thinking, and then I'm gonna tell you what I'm actually gonna do. I was between moving Karazhan and Rumble up to S.
Ooh.
Because after some time, I started to think about it, and I think Karazhan belongs there. However, I very strongly disagree with Black Rock being anywhere above D tier, and seeing it in B tier kind of like burns a piece of my soul. So I'm gonna use my veto to move it to the end of C tier.
You got it. We're lower than when we started.
If it were up to me, it would be even lower than that. Trust me.
I know, but you know
I
what?
feel like
Just
you
because
knew
I'm,
that was gonna happen.
oh yeah, and just because I'm a nice
Yeah.
co-host, and just because I hate Rastakan's Rumble, let's slide Karzan up. We can do this one. We can make it happen.
Oh, you wanna just like, are we just re-examining for like agreements here, not
Yeah. I
vetoing?
mean, you brought it up. You're like, yeah, let's
Do
promote
we
it, and
do
I'm
you
with
wanna
you.
do you wanna do you wanna re-listen to a piece real quick just to see if we're
Oh yeah, sure.
let's do a
Let's
real
do it.
quick Karazhan re like a piece of it. Um, because I like my initial thoughts towards it, I still think ring true, but like thinking back on it, like that when I think about all of these ones that we listen to, that's one of like three that I remember most of the song to.
Yeah.
Here, let's pop up a little bit of One Night in Kerosene.
Your host invites you back.
Come inside, meet your friends at the door. We've got a feast like you've never seen before. Shake your stuff to our musical beat. Play life-size beats. Most of all, throw your world.
Just so you know that this is the most replayed part of this.
Oh yeah, of
song.
course. This Reno art is in so many YouTube songs. Unspeakable number. But yeah, this is for sure an S. This is no doubter.
It's at the end though.
Oh yeah, I agree.
Okay.
It's definitely my least favorite of the S's, but I think it deserves it.
Is
It's
that safe
earned
for
it.
Twitch? We're about to find out. All right, no chat vetoes this week, and I'm fine with that because I did not have a system in place for it, so I'm okay with not having to figure it out on the fly. All right, I'm gonna quickly go through and recap, and then we will say adios, and then we don't have our theme set for next week yet. We probably should have had that prepared. We need to plan them
Chat, you
out
guys got any
in advance.
ideas?
I have some ideas. We
I've
need
got
to.
ideas too, but it'd be really funny to see what Chat has to say so
I
we
kind
can
of,
reject
I'm
it.
kind of, yeah, no, you're right. I was gonna say I don't know if I want their ideas. All right, I'm gonna skip over the ones with no song. In the F tier, we have the Grand Tournament, followed by United in Stormwind. In the D tier, we have Goblins versus Gnomes, Kobolds and Catacombs, Madness at the Dark Moon Fair, and then Rise of Shadows. In the C tier, we have Blackrock Mountain, the Boomsday Project, and then Whispers of the Old Gods. In the B tier, we have Skullomance Academy, Fractured and Alterock Valley, Mean Streets of Gadget Zan, Hearthstone Witchwood. I read Hearthstone. Obviously, it's fucking Hearthstone. The League of Explorers, and then Festival of Legends. In the A tier, we have Descent of Dragons and Rastakan's Rumble. And then our S tier, we have One Night in Karazhan, Journey to Ungoro, Voyage to the Sunken City. And I'm going to be honest with you, I'm going to make a judgment call, and I think you're going to be okay with this. And you tell me if you are not.
Okay, I'm liking what I'm seeing so far.
I think it's a league of its own.
I think it's fair. I
I
think it, like I said, I
I
think it's
don't think
fair.
anything touches it. Like
Yeah.
it's that good.
Yep. I think this is completely fair. It's
Oh,
just by far the best one.
all right. That is our
Oh,
what?
wait. Before we leave, Michelle has a suggestion for a tier list. Card nicknames.
What is give me an example of a card nickname.
So, there's cards that you'd never call by the actual name of the card,
Like what? Give
right?
me one. I need an example.
So you got Jerry Rig Carpenter, right? It's
Yeah.
just Jerry. No one ever calls it
But that's
Jerry
just
Rig
that's
Carpenter.
shortening it though, right? Like
Sure, but there are some other ones too. Like like you think about these other cards. Yeah, see, Diamond's got it. Dude for
dude for
Silverhand
Silver
Recruit.
Recruit. Okay, yeah, no, that's a classic. Okay.
Yep.
If we
So
if
we
we can
might there might be something there.
if we can come up with if you can come up with like 15 to 20,
Mhm.
then we could do it. I don't know if I can name 15 to 20 card nicknames, but if you can, then we can go for it. Maybe not second week, but we can definitely add it to a list.
Yeah, and Diamond, we don't have an idea settled for next week. We're
We
being
have
honest right now.
we have ideas, but we do not have one settled yet. So we will have that. I'll have that whenever we have it like settled and confirmed because the plan is to have them planned weeks in advance, but we just did not have that chance this past week because we were busy. So I will let people know way before next Monday. It'll probably be in the next couple days, if not by tonight, to be honest. So, okay, all right. Have a great rest of your night, and I am going to leave everyone with this lovely. I'm talking slowly as I find it. Lovely song.
Shadows are rising again, darker than they've ever been. As evil descends from the skies, the world cries out, how will we survive? Out of the hall of explorers, and up from the dusty tomb, they grab their whips and fedoras. These legends of the past know exactly what to do. There might be magic monsters, mummies in the markets, and ancient mysticism. There's surely scorching deserts, adventure, monster of narcissism. High stakes think annihilation, obliteration of civilization. Now is the time to be brave, evil's come to enslave, but